Hey, Decathlon gamer. Welcome back to PCM23 Lions, episode 104. Paris, stage 4 of 8. There's 4 stages over the final 5 that do have undulation, but 2 of them are pretty straightforward, punchy stages. This one is somewhere in between, whether it's hills or medium mountain. It really depends on a number of factors. The final climb is not so long, not so severe, that it does just about open it up. But the final climb is 7.5K at 6%. And it eases off towards the end. Meaning, if you can get through the first part of the climb, a puncher could do really well in the final part of the climb with it being less severe. The day, though, has been really intense. The breakaway was not one that the peloton was fond of. The 3 riders that are away now had nothing to do with the initial breakaway, and the intensity of the chase and the pursuit and breaking up multiple breakaways before finally allowing those 3 to not only get away but get a substantial advantage has left 6 riders out the back. And the most unfortunate thing for me is that Maccabee on a -5 and a terrible climber to begin with was the first guy out the back, and it very well could be facing a time cut today. And Bosco is in the other chase group, and now we're losing even more riders, a few more at least out the back, and a split into the peloton as we go into this final phase. 56K to go and just 5 guys. Decent amount of green in 4 out of the 5 that are here. Samuels and Noak looking pretty good with his +4. Definitely not the expected race day draw for this team, especially with that -5 on Maccabee. That's literally a -5 draw for him. Mutoni has a negative draw. Bosco, we've got 4 fitness peaks. We don't have 4 +3s or better, right? We've got a +3 and 2 +4s, which means those guys have a net +2. Everybody else, we're looking at a pretty big negative net. Not massive, but 35K to go. Let's start focusing on task at hand. One more Cat 2 climb before we get to that final climb, and we're down to just those 144 riders. The gap to the back 6, it is what it is. Like Maccabee and Bosco, no way are they ever coming back. The others did regain contact, surprisingly. At least the 3, surprisingly, making contact. And the front 3 down to just over a minute gap. This is a short enough climb that I'm allowing us to drift back a little bit, trying to set us up for the final climb. There's enough time to get back up into position if the field doesn't split off. Us being partially responsible for that. Hanoke now being the last guy up there. Let's, for one thing, tell Hanoke to hang on to that position a bit better on his own. And then there's 50 here. We've got 4 of them. And it was just a 7K climb. 5 riders. Samuel's the overall leader with Hanoke. Actually, Hanoke might even be the overall leader. We'll see. These guys are far enough down that this is more about trying to get the stage than it is about GC. Okay, red bar's gone. De Villiers, use up the last of your yellow to the base. And we're only going to have 4 guys. And that big split, it's too late. It's not coming back. There's 45 and 22 left in contention. About 60 riders is all. 41 riders. I'm really surprised. Frigo here. These guys sat up and they're out of it. I mean, this is now looking at it as a group of 38 is all. Lottering leading our way forward, and I think Hanoke is going to just grab onto the back as soon as he gets in position. 6.4K, 4 riders. Mutoni's going to need to gel. He's definitely the next one in the line. Hanoke, we're going to let him ride at that 85 until these guys get up and overtake. Lottering can't even get up to him at that tempo. We're down to 7 and 24 now. Now just 30. 4.5K. Hanoke missing out on that first piece. Now in position. Matoni, Samuels, Gel. There we go. Gel for Matoni, and Lottering is pushing hard to catch back up. Lottering done. Help break the toe briefly. Force them to follow us. There's the yellow jersey of Cavagna and Aragave. It's 8 chasing 12. Matoni, Samuels, Hanoke. Hanoke needs to gel. There's 12 guys up the road though. And 2.6k. On to Samuels. We'll go 93. And it's just 4. We've split off. Just 3. We've broken off from the yellow jersey. Dang, Cavagna. Weaker than I thought. He's pretty old now. 67, 72, 76. Still a very strong time trialist. Lottering on his own is pulling Aragave. How is Aragave struggling that much? That's a surprise. Okay, so Samuels, Hanoke trying to get up there in contention as we fly past. That's not Enrique Mas, but Fournier. Okay, 1K. Samuels sprinting all the way. And now Hanoke will go the last about 500 meters. We're going to overtake Maroe. But that front little group did get some separation. They were strong. We were stronger than I thought we were. Pidcock, Gregoire, Neutz, Bermudez, Petrovic, Shampison, Johannesson, Paulus, Hanoke. Finishes strong, but it's only for 10th. And Samuels 11th. Good result. But that group getting away. Get the real result. We're talking big gaps. 2 minutes already. Matoni is coming in at 2.5 down, and there is Cavagna with him. We're going to see some really big gaps. It's definitely going to impact GC, and I do think we are now into the GC picture with one big climbing stage still to come. Mater takes 20th ahead of Lottering, who gets 21st. Maccabee, 1 hour is the time cut. He's about half an hour down. He should easily get here in time, even though he's not yet to the base of the final climb. But I was pretty worried about the time cut as early as he got dropped. Hanoke is up to 8th place with Samuels 13th and Matoni in 14th. Not out of it. Very, very much still in it, especially with some really big time gaps. I mean, you're talking 5 minutes plus already down to 23rd. So really the cutoff, you got these few, just a handful of guys in that 3-minute group, and then 2.5 or less is a relatively small group out there. So we do still have a chance for a decent GC finish in this one. Sad we missed out on that group ahead. Otherwise, it looks like Hanoke very well could have won this thing, as you had 10 guys break away, and we overtook some of them and overtook the rest of the field otherwise. Torino Adriatico, stage 4 of 7 for this one. And of course, this is where Sami Arab got that huge stage victory, popularity boost for Morocco. Ed is in a prime position to do really well with this one. Not leading gives us a real shot at doing something. Today, well, it's a stage with shorter, steeper climbs and respites in between. As we get through the first of kind of 4 finishing climbs, though the one we're about to hit is sort of a double. Only 6 riders here. Clote was one of 4 riders on a fitness peak at this race, but Clote went down with an injury. Broke his tailbone. So he's going to be out for a little while with that. That leaves us shorthanded. That also leaves us with 3 guys on a fitness peak. Only 2 of them showed up today, and Dylan Isaacs also has a -3 on top of it. So 2 guys with really bad race day condition. But the one good thing is that our leader, Sami Arab, and one of those 3 guys on that fitness peak, is sitting on a +5. As we get into these final 40K, it's time to start speeding it up a little bit more. 148 in the peloton. A breakaway that still has a sizable gap with just 40K left. It's 3 minutes to what is now just a front 6. And here we go. This is another steep one. Let's go 83 here. Shimway's on a 0, and De Villiers is on a 0. He's a puncher, so we're going to use him to try to push a lead out over those final 2 climbs. And we're setting ourselves up to enter those. Benny and Messias looking a little weak from Domestique, but Roteasier and Isaacs hanging on. They'll give us at least something on that penultimate climb. And the front group's all split up and down to just over 2 minutes. So the last 3 riders or 2 riders off the front are not going to be easy catches, but they're definitely in touching distance. 2 guys getting reeled in. That'll give us a clear picture. It's 2 guys left at the front, just over a minute ahead. Yeah, they're definitely going to get caught here. 18 kilometers to go. They're in sight. Oh, they sat up. They sat up. 17K. Quite a bit of it's downhill, so it's time. It is time. Benny and Messias, he's already out front. He's going to give us a little push. That's it, just a nudge to lead out Isaacs and Roteas here. And then De Villiers, Shimway, and Arab. Here we go. So Benny and Messias, just give us that acceleration. We'll wait till we get to the base of the climb, and Isaacs will take over. We're still trying to get the other guys in position. We're at the base of the climb, so Isaacs takes over. And Isaacs is done. On to Roteas here. We don't need to push too hard yet. We want to set up the final climb, but we've caught Harrogate and Vanderbecken. Just 118 left in the peloton. It's been a hard enough day. Okay, red bar's gone, but Roteas here pushing on second over the top there. That's a lot of points, by the way. The Arab has 15. Leduc just got 15. Shimway and Roteas here both having a decent amount of points. We're down to 77 in the peloton. It's shrinking. 1 more climb to go. Roteas here. Go 96. Let's get De Villiers ready. There's a Shimway and Arab are well placed. Good. Got a real shot at this one. Short flat section, ease off a little bit.
There are just 10 kilometers left.
Wow, look at that. We are perfectly placed. Is that the finish line? Yes, it is. That was the finish line right there. So there's a little extra hump at the finish line. Got to keep that in mind. But look at this peloton shrinking. 66, 65. Okay, Roteas here. Okay, on to De Villiers. Attack by Guido. Getting 99 from De Villiers down to 56. 400 meters. Arab trying to attack over the top. Full gas attack for him, and it's a chase group of 4. We don't want to be doing the one chasing him. Martinez, Nicasin. Let's see. What do we got sprint-wise? A Shimway. Oh, yeah, definitely De Villiers. A Shimway. Sit up. Now, we've got a little separation behind. Up front for Arab, it's not by much. But if they make contact, which apparently they have, I don't see how this is contact. Where is this contact, folks? He's still well out there. He's many, many bike lengths ahead. That's 13 seconds. Still sprinting, 1.3K. A Shimway. A Shimway sprinting. And De Villiers sprinting. Arab's going to win again. Arab's getting his 2nd win. Yes. 9-second advantage over Decathlon. Martinez And then De Villiers and Ashimwe get 4th and 5th. We got separation of 40 seconds over a chase group of 29. That's going to put us in the leader's jersey, for one thing. But we just got another win. Gaps were most definitely given. Ashimwe loses time, though. 8 seconds was the gap there. 21 to Ashimwe, 40 to the Chasers. And in the GC, it's Arab first to Ashimwe at 35. Rodriguez, 47. Martinez at 49. Foss, Martinez. And then Almeida, Goodwin, Strong, Vanderpool, Evenepoel, Vlasov. What a field. Pogacar is 15th. Guido is 16th. Axel Lawrence, first one who led that chase group over the line, is 17th. Holy crap. It's Rodriguez we bumped out of the lead. It's Martinez who was 3rd. Points, we lead it. Mountain, we lead it. 125s, we lead it. Team, we lead it all, folks. Won the stage, and we lead every single classification with 3 stages to go. Gourmay wins Paris-Nice stage 5. No bonus this time. That's the last one, the previous one. Locked in at 5 points now. Starting stage 5. We have to control the peloton. It's up to us. And there's plenty of undulation over the final climbs. We've allowed 8 riders into the breakaway. They have a near 3-minute advantage, slowly pulling away. Others are not wanting to contribute at the moment. But we should be able to keep the group under a decent amount of pressure that we'll be able to come back at them later. However, if we're chewing up 3 of our guys, what sort of firepower are we going to have left? We're already shorthanded by a guy in the first place. We're really not a team built to defend leaders' jerseys. This is not going to be easy, but we'll do what we can. One of the first things, though, is going to be to check what sort of firepower there is in this breakaway to know how dangerous it is. So, Ruch, not a threat. Fuentes, not a threat, though a 77 mountain. Clemente, definitely not a threat. Ciccone is not a threat. FaZe is not a threat. I mean, Ciccone's got quality, but the GC-wise, none of them are a threat. Covilli, whatever it is, 14 and a half minutes down. Is that the closest? 13. Okay. So, we really could sit up some more and let them get out. So we'll ride at a 64, let them ride away and see if others take up the mantle of chasing. A 13-minute advantage can be allowed here. We can have them take away points and beat each other up for those points, which will help keep us in the KOM, which we have. They definitely aren't going to... There's not going to be a threat in the points classification either from these guys. So this is a pretty good situation that we find ourselves in. And for now, slowly letting them ride away seems to be a good tactic, and we can get other teams to contribute. Now at 4.5 minutes, other teams seem to want to contribute now. And they are. Good. Well, there you go. 102k left to go. And this is probably a good window for water. Let's send Ashimwe to do it, as Isaacs is protecting Arab. So both of them having to do a little bit of extra work from what would be normal. They should be protected, and instead they're not. It's going to make it a little tougher on us. We're not going to have as much domestique power. We're not going to have as much support power. Arab still gets a +5. And even with 4 guys in green, we don't have a +8 like we're supposed to. We still only have a +7. Still a -1 net draw on the day, but that's fairly neutral, so no complaints here on it. Gap down to 342. Other teams are contributing more, and what I would like to do now is we're going to take Benia Messias and protect Ashimwe. We're going to take Ashimwe and Arab and ride at an 80. We're going to take De Villiers and Roteas here to continue contributing at a higher rate to still be part of the chase. But others are definitely more committed to it at this point than we are, and that's fantastic news. We might even have Roteas here Neither one of them are much of a threat. Maybe we have Isaacs sit up, ride for himself, and then have Roteasir protect Arab. And that'll give us a little more firepower later. Meanwhile, we'll tell De Villiers to work a little bit harder so that we're still contributing to the chase. And we're in pretty good shape at this point, with the breakaway still intact, but the chase really being done primarily by others. Villiers wearing the green jersey, but he doesn't lead. Arab's the one who leads, like, all of the classifications. It's a hard climb, but it's short. Very steep. I wasn't paying attention to the gradient, but I'm assuming that was pretty steep. We'll see it again here pretty soon. We are now on to a circuit, a 2-climb circuit. That will be hitting again and again to the finish line. That was the finish line at the top of that thing. So it will be good to know what's going on. Peloton splitting up. 80 for now. I'd love to see it stay 80. It's only a 1-minute gap, but it is growing at the moment. And still 3.5 to the front 8, but they'll be under enough pressure. I think they'll not enjoy things. 12.5. This is the one that's not supposed to be steep, but we got 12.5% gradients there. Both climbs are pretty dang steep. And then you don't get a real break there as you have that little false flat and a short descent. That's not going to allow for much recovery. Some recovery, but definitely not much. Okay, we're going to hit that base climb again. Now 127, so Peloton did not stay at whatever small group that was, 80. Does come back together a bit, but there is a group that does get dropped on a permanent basis. Here we are, 19.9 we saw. Staying above 16. It's between 16 and 20% throughout the climb. Very steep. Eases off at about 1.5 to 2K. And then there's the actual top. Now we're at 84, and I think it's going to stay like that. 40K to go. We need to get water again, but we just don't have anything to do it. Wait. Perfect timing. Don't worry about De Villiers. Let's get... Come on, hand up. No, Roteus here. Oh, okay, he got hand up. Yes. Go. Where's that water, though? No! He's still going backwards. Still doesn't have water. Finally. Okay, he didn't drift too far back, but here we are at the base of the climb. De Villiers is done. See you later, bud. Put him on auto. Roteus here having to fight through. Down to 63 riders. We got an attack. 30K out. Hold it. Hold the phone, folks. We need to know what this is made of. Ironsman. Not a threat. Turner. These guys are both a threat. We're talking about a minute. And they absolutely could blow this race wide open. Okay, there's Aaron. There's Roteus here. I'm going to get that water. It's just Arab and Isaacs now. And Roteus here is about to crack. Arab. 21. Slow down. Come on, buddy. There. Okay. Roteus here. Isaacs does not have water, but I'm less worried about him. Arab's the leader. We've already caught those front two. It's also just 2 minutes to the breakaway. Not that the breakaway matters. So, 40 left in contention. And Isaacs also gets his water. Roteus here hangs on long enough for that task done. And let's gel up. Isaacs, 70. Oof. Shimway's second overall, so we will protect him. Up the effort. Let's go that 85 this time on the climb. Teosir's already gone. Benny and Messias, I've missed his auto, but this group not done yet. Some of these guys just got dropped temporarily. Goodbye, Vanderpool. Very punchy, very strong, but not a great mountain rating. And there's a lot of guys getting dropped here. Shimway is going to have to push a little harder, though. This is the penultimate time up this climb. Change of plans here in a moment. In a moment. We got to check the front. I don't know if those were attacks. They might be. Remember, we are the leader, so if there's an attack, we might have to respond here. Clemente, not a threat. Ruch. Fuentes. No, this is just the leaders. Okay, awesome. Awesome. So, no threats have escaped off the front. We've got remnants of the breakaway who are not a threat. I don't care. They've taken away all the KOM points for the day away from others who could be a threat to it. They're all over the place with it. If they get the stage, I couldn't care less. What I care about is what's happening within this group. There's 28 riders left. I've got 3. It's not looking fantastic, but we've got 2 climbs to go. Arab looks strong. This is ideal territory. Isaacs will gel fairly soon. Others are leading the way for now, which is making life so much easier on us. And it's looking like Arab can definitely get through this thing, hopefully unscathed. We're definitely going to have to push harder than we're pushing right now as we pull back one of those breakaway riders. Last 4 off the front. Okay, here we go. For now, we just protect Arab until we see an attack, or until the final climb, and that's an attack. Vingegaard, Martinez, Rodriguez, Stalker, Isaacs to lead it out, Shimway to follow. Arab goes third. 80's not gonna cut it. Good medium mountains. We'll go 90. What sort of pace is a 90?
This climb features some dreadful percentages.
Yeah, that's 6, 7, 8 guys trying to attack, and we're countering it. There's 3 of the last 4 breakaway riders. Isaac's doing the dirty work here. He's going to have to push just a hair harder. They do get a little separation, but again, we've split the field. Yes, okay. Some of it's coming back together. Alright, now Isaacs can push on the descent to recover the ground that's lost, which is just a few bike lengths. And there you go, it's back together. 17 in the peloton. 1 left off the front. Make that 19 in the peloton. 20. Nobody's setting up. That's weird that they're able to do that. 5.4k. Isaacs, Shimway, and Arab looking strong for that final climb. I can't go 99 on the climb, but you can go 99 for now. Get that ideal position. Rodriguez let out by... No, different Martinez. Sprinting. Isaacs, it's 3k. Gel. 2.5k. 4 guys. Got a little separation there, but Isaac's doing that hard work. 2.3k. I like a 91. Shimway. Sits down. Okay. Now I like a 92. 1.9k. Hey. Okay, just kind of did me dirty there for a second. I rolled up the effort. 0.3k. Over the top, right? Yes, over the top. Sprinting for a Shimway. And now Arab sprinting. They'll have the time covered off. Martinez wins the stage. Pogacar gets second. Rodriguez gets third. Vingegaard, Stalker, Lawrence. Arab does not win the stage, but Martinez might get a few seconds. He's going to get 10 for winning the stage. He might get a few seconds, but the field is fairly close together. Small group. Plenty of guys are losing time and going even further back, and we're still going to be very well placed. Should comfortably still have the jersey on. Arab 7th on the stage. Ashimwe was 13th. He might not be second. Isaacs gets 19th. Martinez does gain a little bit. 11 seconds plus 10. He gains 21 seconds. That's pretty big. Pogacar was well down the standings, so him gaining 6 seconds is no big deal. Rodriguez does gain 4, but that's nothing compared to the gap that Arab opened up. And he's still going to be in a strong position, should still be leading all the classifications. Ashimwe does not lose time. Almeida and co. behind do. So other than the 21 seconds to Martinez, we don't lose time to anyone that mattered. Arab and Ashimwe still 1-2. Martinez jumps to third at 38 seconds. So there you go. We actually still have a 1-2. And Rodriguez and Martinez both lose a little bit, lose one position. We do lose our third guy. Isaacs actually moves up, but he wasn't the third guy. He was our fourth guy. It was De Villiers who was the third guy. No big deal on that one. And we're down to Ayuso in 15th in that ish group at 3.5 minutes. But now he's alone in that group. So we're at Gallo at 2+ minutes down, 14th. And then there's still 13 in contention. But all in all, holy crap. I mean, we're hanging in there and doing really well. That was a difficult final stretch, and I think we played that as well as could be, other than not coming away with another victory. But, I mean, come on. We're not going to win them all. We had 2 World Tour stage victories last year. Somebody thought I had a third. Maybe we did. We didn't get a bonus for it. We didn't get a gain in popularity. But we had 3 wins all last year. We had 3 wins already this year at World Tour level, very early on. And Arab, 2 of them, right? Yes. You only got a point once, but Arab's already got 2 victories. We have 3. And what was the other one? A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Great Ocean Road Race, was it? This is an incredible start to the season. Points. Okay, we got ourselves a contest here. Martinez equal. Shimway is next. And he took over the KOM. Really? That was a 15-point climb. Okay. So we don't lead them all. That's okay, though. That is okay. Adriatico stage 6 is a sprint stage, so bypass that one. We have 1 stage left to defend our position. We're still in position well for the points and mountains. All the classifications. Meanwhile, Paris-Nice had a punchy stage. I did bypass it because it really wasn't a punchy stage. And the results were decent. We're still well placed with Samuels and Henoch. The third guy from the grouping has dropped off, but as we get into the final stages of each of these, they're going to be taking place next episode. Really excited about these early results. We are looking so freaking good to start this season, and still number 1 in the rankings and very much climbing the rankings otherwise, as Ashimwe and Arab continue to rise up the climbings, and Samuels is hanging on to his top 25 in that meantime. And, other guys are scoring points too. So what a start to the season. That's going to do it for this episode, though. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. Bye for now.